Hey, it's Joel. You're going to be learning about the addition or angle addition postulate. It's very similar to our segment addition postulate. So let's kind of go ahead and go through this example really fast. If C, so right here, C is the interior of angle ABD, then what that means is that the measure of angle ABC plus the measure of angle CBD, we are going to know that those two added together is going to equal the measure of angle ABD. So these added together will equal the measure of angle ABD. So let's look at some examples here. In the figure, given that the line segment XZ and ray YW bisects the angle of XYV, can we answer these questions? So let's see if we can. The measure of angle XYW is going to equal, let's check, 6x plus 2. So let's type that in, 6x plus 2. And we also know that the measure of angle WYV is going to equal the measure of 8x minus 14. All right, and so we are trying to find the measure of angle XYW. So let's see if we can figure that out. Well, because we know that ray YW is bisecting this, we know that we can set these two equal to each other because they are equal to each other, right? Bisecting means that the two angles are equivalent. So let's set this equal to each other. Oops. Minus 14. And you can slowly go through that process and solve for x using linear equations that we've learned in the past, and you will find that x equals 50. Okay? Sorry, not 50. It is going to equal 8. And so now that we know x equals 8, that's not exactly what we're looking for, right? We are looking for the measure of angle XYW. Well, we have an equation here, and now that we know x, we can go ahead and replace x with 8, because that's what x is, and solve. And after we solve that, we are going to get our answer of 50. All right, and that's all you do there. So let's go ahead and do question number 2. I'm going to erase all this. So question number 2 asks, given that the measure of x, y, v equals 2y, so let's write that, this equals 2y, and the measure of angle v, y, z equals 6y minus 12. Can we find the measure of angle VYZ? Well, the answer is yes, and we have to know this because we know that X and Z is a line segment, and line segments equal 180 degrees. So what we can do is we can do 2y plus 6y minus 12 will equal 180 degrees. And we can slowly go through this process and solve this and figure out that y equals 24. But again, that's not what we're looking for, right? We're looking for this angle right here, and we have an equation for that. And so replace y with what we found, which is 24, and solve. So 6 times 24 minus 12 is going to give us 132, and that is our answer. All right, let's go ahead and do this last question, and then you can go ahead and do your activity for the day. So, looking at this last question, if measure of angle x, y, w equals 9x minus 1, so 9x minus 1, and the measure of angle v, y, z equals 24x plus 14, can we find the measure of angle WYV? Well, of course we can, because we know that 9x minus 1 is also going to equal WYV. What we can do is, I'm going to put this in parentheses because it's going to look a little confusing. 9x minus 1 plus another 9x minus 1 plus 24x plus 14 will equal 180. All right, we can do the problem and find that x equals 4. My computer is going to go off. So, but that's not what we're looking for, right? We're looking for W. So replace 4. Okay, and your answer will be 30.